Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the Tea Time bookmark. This is a fairly simple bookmark to work. It is reversible so you can see it has the same texture on both sides. It's very pretty. You can work up different color combinations and whatnot. You can add a tassel to the end, which I have here, and I'll show you later on how to do that in this video, or leave it as it is. This little bookmark measures approximately 1.75 inches across wide by 7.5 inches long, excluding the tassel. I'll give you some instruction as far as how you can adjust the length and the width a little later on in this video. For our tutorial today, I'm going to be using a cotton yarn. I'm working with the Patons Grace yarn. Now, this is a lightweight yarn, and for this bookmark, I've used two different colors. You're only going to need about 45 yards total for your bookmark, and it's going to give you plenty for a tassel as well, divided between the two colors. Maybe about 30 yards in color A and 15 in color B. I'll be working with this green color today as well as this ecru color or cream color. You're also going to be needing a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. That is your F5 crochet hook. You may also wish to take a look at the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com, and I've linked that directly in the description of this video. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe if you're looking for some more bookmark crochet patterns. There are a number of them here under the bookmark playlist on my channel. So thank you for joining me, and let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our bookmark today is worked in rows and it's going to be worked lengthwise. So you're going to start by making a slip knot. I'm working with my color A, which is this cream color. And for to begin, you're going to begin by working a chain, foundation chain of 34 chains. If you wish to change the length of your bookmark, you'll simply need a foundation chain with an even number of stitches. There's my foundation chain of 34 chains. You're then going to begin row 1 by working into the second chain from your hook. So count in 1, 2, and into that second chain you're going to work one single crochet stitch followed by one double crochet into that second chain from your hook. You're then going to skip the next chain, and into your next chain repeat single crochet followed by double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way across. Skip the next chain, into your next, work one single crochet followed by a double crochet, skip the next chain, single crochet, and double crochet. Repeat this all the way across until 2 stitches remain. When you come all the way across at the end of row 1, you may find that you just have to stretch your foundation chain out a little bit if your stitches have gone a little bit wonky. You have 2 chains remaining at the end of the row. You're going to finish off the row by skipping the next stitch and working one single crochet into the final stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to begin right in the stitch at the base of our turning chain into the single crochet. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So into this first single crochet, you're going to work one single crochet followed by one double crochet. Skip the next double crochet stitch and into your next single crochet, work a single crochet, and double crochet. You're going to repeat that all the way across, skip the next stitch, single crochet and double crochet into your next, all the way across until 2 stitches remain. When you come across and have 2 stitches remaining, in that final stitch, you're going to switch over to your color B, and I'll show you how I like to do that when I come all the way across. At the end of your row 2, you've come all the way across. You have 2 stitches remaining, and we're going to switch to our color B. So how we're going to do this is at the end of our row, you have 2 stitches remaining, skip the next stitch. With your color A, insert your hook, yarn over, and draw up a loop. You can then drop your color A, pick up your color B, place it on your hook, and pull through. Now you have a couple of options here. You can either fasten off that color A, weave it in, and then reattach it when you come back again. Or if you wish, we are going to be working an edging around our bookmark. So I'm just going to leave my color A here attached. I'm going to chain 1 around my 2 tails and turn my work. The color A you can just leave hanging down at the side. My color B, I'm going to tuck it in as I go. I'll just save having to weave in some tails later on. So I'm just going to be working over top of it here as we go. Now for rows 3 and 4, with your color B ready to go, you're simply going to repeat your row 2. Into this first stitch, the single crochet, work 1 single crochet stitch, followed by 1 double crochet, skip the next stitch, and into your next single crochet and double crochet. Repeat that all the way across. When you come to your final stitch, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and repeat. At the end of your row 4, we will be switching back to our color A. And you can meet me back here at that color change. At the end of row 4, you're going to skip that final stitch. We're switching back to our color A. Into your final single crochet, you're going to insert your hook with your color B, yarn over, drop a loop. Now if your color A is still attached, all you have to do is drop that color B, pick up the color A that's down here on the side, and pull it through your 2 loops. You can then go ahead, chain 1, and again I'm just going to gather my tail, turn your work, and we're going to work 2 more repeats of row 2 with our color A. Single crochet and double crochet into that final stitch, or that first stitch, skip the next stitch, single crochet and double crochet. At the end of this row 5, chain 1, turn your work, and repeat your row 2 once more. That will bring you to the end of row 6, and then you can meet me back here. Our bookmark is almost complete. If you wish, head over to richtexturescrochet.com. The link is directly in the description of this video, and there you'll find the free written instructions where you can follow along. So I'm here at the end of my row 6. We're now going to work a simple edging around our bookmark just to kind of finish it off. So there's no need to fasten off. You're simply going to chain 1. We're going to begin by turning our work. And into your first stitch, you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches. Into each of these corner stitches, we're going to be working 3 single crochet. You're then going to continue by working 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way across. until you come to the final stitch. We're working along this top edge here into the stitches from our row 6. I'm working my edging in color A. If you wanted to switch it up a bit, of course you could use your color B or another color. Bookmarks are a great way to use up scrap yarn as well. I'm here at my final stitch. Into your final stitch, work 3 single crochet stitches, and that's going to form your corner stitch. We're now going to work 4 single crochet stitches across, one basically at the end of each row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then into your next corner stitch, work 3 single crochet stitches. That will bring you along the bottom. You're then going to work 1 stitch into each of the stitches along your foundation chain. All the way across, so just basically 1 into each stitch on the foundation chain. If you need to adjust these edges, you certainly can, especially along this rough edge. If you wanted to work a couple extra stitches, you could. Just make note of it because you'll want to work the same number on the opposite side. I am almost here at my 3rd corner stitch. Once you hit that 3rd corner stitch, once again work 3 single crochets into the corner. It'll bring you along to the final side, and then you only have 4 stitches remaining. So 1, 2, all along this rough edge, and again I'm just kind of working 1 at the end of each row, and 4. You can then join with a slip stitch into the top of your 1st stitch, and at this time we're going to fasten off. You can then go ahead and trim off any tails that you have. And you may wish to also at this time tuck in the final end that you have here. Now you'll recall from my 2 samples here, I did work a little bit of a tassel, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I like to work those tassels. What you're going to do is I'm going to take my color A and I'm going to measure about 8 inches, maybe 10 inches or so. It's up to you depending on the length of the tassel that you like. in my color A, and I'm going to cut a total of 8 pieces, all the same length. You can make your tassel thicker or thinner simply by cutting more or less pieces of yarn. I'm then going to take one and cut one more. This one, however, is going to be slightly longer than the rest. And set that one aside just for a moment. I'm then going to take my pieces. Now for this bookmark, I took 4 at a time. Okay, so I kind of divided them up, and through my 2 center stitches here, just into the bookmark, I use your crochet hook, grab a hold of those 4 strands of yarn and pull them through. You're then going to, in the next stitch over, do the same, insert your hook there, just grab a hold of those 4 pieces of yarn and pull them through. You're then going to make sure all the ends meet, and you want to pull them so that they're even, and then fold them over so that their ends all meet together. So you'll have a total of 16 strands of yarn there coming through. If you're happy with the placement, you can then set it down. There are tassel makers that you could use for this job, but this is just the easiest way that I've come to do it. You're then going to take your slightly longer piece of yarn, place it underneath those threads, and then I simply like to start with half a knot, and you're going to pull it down just at the base of your bookmark, just like so. Then you can pick it up, it'll be fairly secure, and you're going to take your yarn and you're just going to wrap it around 2, 3, 4 times. There's one end, and then I'm going to wrap the yarn around in the opposite direction here for my other piece. So we're just wrapping it around at the base of our bookmark. Make sure it's fairly snug. You're then going to tie a full knot up again at the base of your tassel. You'll want it to be nice and secure. And then if you wish, you can take your yarn needle and then take those 2 ends, and you're just going to bring them up and tuck them down in through the center of your tassel. There we go, there's one. This is going to bring all of them down through the middle, just it'll give you a slightly cleaner look. Once you're happy with your tassel, you can then go ahead, find the desired length, and trim off your ends so that they're all even. And that's it. That's how you work your Tea Time bookmark. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, while you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy your crochet and your reading. Until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.